Morning to today's HARP service. I hope you had a great Easter and a nice transition to school. And I would like to welcome up the band for a few songs.
Okay, we're gonna sing Go to the on the Mountain, then put your hands to the plow.
3. Our family, the English delegate, pledges to protect the 4 great realms of HARP, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family, by stretching them true love. Can you please join me in opening prayer? Dear Heavenly Parents and true parents, thank you for this day that we could have today. Thank you that we could gather here together as HARP members, and please open our hearts as we receive the message today. And I'm praying my name in God, the message of Mariaji. We will have, please sit down. We will now have announcements. We have an announcement from Paz about the showcase.
Hello. As you can see up on the board, Summer Showcase is June 13, 2015, so the date has been confirmed. Next slide. So yeah, we have a post for it. So basically, it's an evening of creative entertainment, including musical performances, poetry, dance, drama, video, and more. So basically, it's an evening where you can come and you can be someone in the audience to watch, or you can be a performer. We've already got quite a few people who express they want to perform, but I encourage more people to want to come. And if you've got any sort of talent that you think will be great, don't be hesitant to let me know you want to perform. I think it's a great opportunity for you to test yourself, push yourself as a creative person, as an artist, to really push the boundaries of what you can do personally and what we can do as together as a collective. The performances or the work doesn't have to be limited to something in the night. You can help. You can maybe come if you're very like a photographer, like someone good with photography. You can come take pictures. You can make a portfolio of it afterwards. You could even make an artwork to present there. Or if you're very good in the kitchen, refreshments are welcome. So if you like to offer yourself in terms of baking or participating in some form of food art, then you are welcome to, and it can be sold to help raise money. So yeah, it's Saturday the 30th of June from 1800 hours to 9:30. It's £5 on the door. That's not very much, but all proceeds will go to help people who are going to create the summer, and to other things, other projects. We will be selling refreshments in the break. So yes, bring extra money for that as well. Also, if you feel free to help contribute to that. Secondly, we have one member down of our nice HARP team today. Can anyone guess who that is? Yes. Unfortunately, Ruth is not very well. She's under the weather. She's quite sick. So we've been asked if possibly you guys can help, just lend support by praying for her. She does a lot for us, and I'm sure you agree that, especially if you were in the recent Easter workshop, that she did a really good job to help keep yourself motivated over Easter, to help keep you refreshed, and also learn a lot of DP content that, I think over the years we've had less of. So please keep her in mind in your prayers. Keep her a very grateful and wonderful attitude towards Ruth, because she does a lot. She really puts herself on the line to help us and to really sacrifice herself. So, please show your support, even if you were to say thank you now and again, or instead of her buying you the coffee, you buy her the coffee, if you do that thing, then I'm sure she'll be really appreciative. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Paz, and an announcement from Carmel.
Hi everyone. This weekend, coming up, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of May, is the Weight Walk. Woo! Raise your hand if you're coming. That's right, yeah. We're raising money for Weight and IRFF's Girl Child Project, just helping girls in Uganda with obtaining sanitary pads and stuff to make sure they're hygienic and healthy. So it's a really good cause. And if you're not coming, I encourage you to support someone else. Here's a sponsorship form. Write your name in there. Get some money. £10 maybe. Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if you're going to do it, make sure you let me know today, otherwise you're not going to do it.
Yeah, today's the deadline. Yeah.
Thank you.
There was also an Easter workshop, and there's a video for it, and hopefully we can watch it now.
Thanks, Biwa.
The GP is something we should be pursuing, and that's not only on the workshop and in the lectures and discussions and all the team activities, but also as part of our life. We're studying essential truths, and it puts into perspective why we encourage this idea of purity and also where we stand as second generation.
So let's welcome up Uncle David.
I think it was many years ago we were witnessed to by somebody, and we came along and we heard Divine Principle, and it changed our lives. That's why we're here. That's why we went this way. And when you actually see your children going the same way, it gives an amazing feeling inside, an incredible feeling of pride to see them leading good lives. So if already at this young age, these kids here showing a level of heart and love for their friends and their brothers and sisters, and I hope that we can, through our example, we can start to influence society. And I'm sure that when they make friends with people, their friends will realise that there's something very special about them. And so I think by example, this world will change, by the example of these young people.
And that's being passed on to you, and it will eventually, it will change the world as it is. So it's extremely important. What we're studying here is extremely important.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Did you enjoy the walk? Yeah. Okay. So, I hope we're all energized and refreshed. And we can be with the spirit for our afternoon lectures.
These workshops are really important for them to understand the divine principle on many levels. So they're hearing the lectures, but then of course they're putting what they've learned into practice. They're forging relationships, understanding what it means to be a true sister and a true brother, and hopefully forging relationships that will last a lifetime. I think our parents are really happy that we're here. I think they're happy when we choose to study the divine principle ourselves. Surely the divine principle is something really profound if it pulled our parents away from what they were doing at the time. Their life, often a life of success and sometimes affluence, and they gave that up to devote their life to true parents. So we should carry that in our heart and choose to live a life that has value and has meaning. Of people who've been searching for it. We have so much, but it's really about what we do with it and how we choose to implement these ideas into our life.
That video was made by Dominic Goff. birthday.
Yeah. Anyone with birthdays in this month, please go to the front. Don't be shy.
Any more?
One more time.
Finish it.
I hope you had a great birthday. And I would like to welcome up the band for a performance song.
Hi. So we're gonna play a song that Daniel wants us to do, but we mixed up 2 Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. So this is called So Much the Bridge, and it's about just God. Let's start. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner.
Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city of living, the city of angels.
Lonely as I am, together we cry.
Please don't turn me away again.
It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. It's hard to believe that I'm all alone.
At least I have heard of the city she loves me. Lonely as I am, together we cry.
I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way.
Woo!
don't ever wanna feel. Like how did that take me to the place I love? Take me all the way, I don't ever wanna feel. Like how did that take me to the place I love? Take me all the way, I don't ever wanna feel. Like how did that take me to the place I love? Take me all the way, I don't ever wanna feel. Like how did that take me to the place I love? Take me all the way, all the way, all the way. I walk through her hills 'cause she knows who I am.
Please rise. Please sit down.
London and Jonathan Hoyt.
Afternoon, everyone. Is it still? Oh, yeah, no. Ooh, just still the morning. I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah. I actually asked Ruth if I could give this sermon because I am someone who generally does a lot of reflecting. I spend a lot of my time thinking, praying, like just generally in thought praying. And I eventually came across some realizations that I think would be helpful. Because if we go on to my first slide, oh, actually, I've got a clicky thing, actually. Okay, a bit about me. Just to explain it. Yeah, my name's Jonathan. I'm 20 years old, and I did a year of STF from 2012, 2013. I'm not going to talk too much about it because not everyone's sort of, I'm not sure if everyone's sort of interested in that. But if you want to hear a testimony, just grab me later. And yeah, some of the things I went through during that year actually helped shape me a lot as a person. A lot of people don't actually know. Before I went on STF, I was really a lonely guy. I'm not gonna lie. I was sharp, Karen. Anyway, yeah, I didn't really speak out so much, and I didn't really reflect on my own growth or myself. I felt too sad to be able to do that, actually, not having too many friends around me. So I didn't really feel like I needed to. Like, I had no one in my life that I wanted to share with, or no one that I wanted to embrace in my own circle. So why would I need to better myself? But a couple of prayer wishes, thanks to my mum, and something changed. This is my mum. Yeah, she's a really big inspiration for me. She helped me get through some of the toughest times in my life. And without her, obviously I wouldn't be here today physically, but I don't even know what sort of life I'd be living. I really don't. So this is kind of for her, this sermon. But the topic is more for you guys and for me. So yeah, the topic is tackling the post-workshop blues. Does anyone actually know what I'm talking about when I say post-workshop blues? Yeah, everyone, you all know what I mean. Everyone feels this. Okay, it's like, all right, okay. End of a workshop, you're starting to say goodbye to everyone. You're sort of on the way out, hugging everyone, oh, bye, I'm bye. And as soon as you get in that car, you look out the window. I want to leave. Because, the feelings that you have there, you had a really great workshop, right? Now, who was on the workshop just now, the Easter workshop? Quite a few people, all right. But no, it's not going, this message is not only for those who are on the workshop, because it can help in other ways, in other areas of our lives. So when you get that feeling, so if you don't want to leave, right? You don't want to leave that environment. You don't want to leave your friends, your team leader, your team, even the staff members, they've really done something. They help you, right? And that feeling, I'm not going to lie, there's not too much you can do to help that, apart from hanging out with other friends afterwards, speaking to them, catching up on Facebook, all that. The sort of things we already do, right? I'm not talking about that type of blues, actually. Because in my mind, in my opinion, I think there are two types. The first one is missing team, missing friends, missing those people that you spent about a week or so with and having a good time. But the fact is, you can't really stay on a workshop forever. The point is to grow and go home. You grow there, and afterwards you go home. The blues I'm talking about is longer term. It's more to do with the times we're on the workshop and we reflect on our own lives, our own lifestyle, and we want to see, what can I change? How can I change myself? But sometimes it doesn't always work out, right? Sometimes it doesn't always, reflect in a positive, we don't grow as much as we hope we do straight away, right? When we get home. So yeah, we get home, we sit down, unpack, if we even unpack, or just leave the luggage at the bottom of the stairs, and we don't know what to do. Does anyone feel like that? Sometimes you get home, you're not entirely sure how you should take the first step in growing after the workshop, right? It's actually very easy to get sort of down this way, sort of maybe even you get home, even if you try something, you try really hard. You try, say next day you want to do hunduke, right? Next day morning you want to Get up early, get up at like 6 a.m., or 6:30 or something, get up, pray for 20 minutes, go do some hundake, see if you can actually do an hour of hundake in the morning on your own. It's harder than it looks, trust me. Harder than you think. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work out. Maybe because we get home and we're so tired, or there's so many other circumstances we can't even get up in the morning. Sometimes don't even get up till 12, and by then we already feel. Maybe we feel as though, can I actually do this? Is there something that it can actually grow, can I actually change, right? And when we don't fulfill that, we feel sad or lonely, or even start to feel guilty, sort of, as though I made promises to God, maybe, in prayer, and now I haven't done them. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about guilt. Of course, when you think about anything you're not really sure about, you Google it. So I checked on my phone, Google's definition, guilt. The fact of having committed a crime, or committed a specified or implied offense or crime. Doesn't really mean much. It's hard to understand. So if you look at the synonyms, culpability, guiltiness, wrongdoing, wrong, misconduct, sin. Sin. I want to think about that for a little bit. Usually when we feel guilt, it's because of the times that we know we've done something wrong in the past. We've done things that maybe don't help us. We know that don't help us on our growth. And we want to change, but we struggle to do it. So we feel guilty of having even done those things again in the past. So effectively, if you ignore this definition, from what I understand, it's more the emotion felt when we know that something we have done is wrong. If you think about it, when you look back, every time you've done something wrong, you have a guilty feeling, right? Even if it's straight after it, a few hours later, a few days, even a few years later, feel a bit guilty about it. So when we touch the heart of God, if you ever have a deep prayer, like a really deep prayer, like even on a workshop on prayer evening, when it gets really deep and you really feel something and you start to cry and you don't know why you're crying, sometimes it's because we feel the heart of God. It's in such deep prayer. And we feel his sadness as well. We can even reflect on our own self, and we see, the things I've done have not been so great. Like, right now, I don't even feel worthy. Am I even good enough for this sort of life? Usually when we feel guilt, there's something else that goes along with it. There's an actual force that's preventing us from growing. And that's Satan. Just generally, Satan. Evil spirits and generally the bad spirit world. And I put up here, the word Satan actually means accuser. Yeah, it actually means accuser. So he's the one that's sitting there. Right, so literally, he's sitting on your shoulder going, you did this wrong, and you did that wrong, and you can't change. There's no point, they don't even try. When you get home, what are you thinking about when you get home trying to do hundake? You're not even going to make it that way. You're not even going to get that far before you start feeling bad. So what's the point, right? That's what he does. He just keeps telling you that, keeps saying, what's the point in trying? The only reason he's saying that is because there is a point. Because there's something to gain. There's something there. The feeling, when you have that feeling on the workshop, do you know what you're feeling? It's like a taste of the kingdom of heaven. It's special. It means something. The reason you don't want to leave is because You feel drawn to it, as though you want to be part of it. You want it to be in you all the time, no matter what, no matter where. And Satan knows that. He knows how powerful that is. And he wants to take it away from you, straight away, before you even left. It's true. Sometimes he does lie, but some of the things he says aren't lies. It's true, we have made mistakes, right? We have done things that we're not proud of. And that's one of the reasons why prayer itself can be really effective, really helpful in overcoming these sort of things. In prayer, we have the opportunity to repent, to go in front of God and offer all the things that all the thoughts we've had that we know aren't right, all the feelings we've had that we know we shouldn't have had. All these sort of things we can just go to God, offer it to Him, and say, Heavenly Parent, I did this wrong. I did this wrong, and I'm sorry. And I want to change. There's no point in saying a prayer and saying, oh, Heavenly Parents, I'm so sorry. I made this mistake, and I did that, and I'm really sorry about it. But, after the prayer, you continue doing the same thing. That's not actually a prayer. It's not repentance, really. It's more self-pity. So the desire to change is actually what makes a real difference, right? The workshop is there for us to grow and go home, isn't it? So if we're then to go home, we can't go home to the same lifestyle. So if we have the same lifestyle, do we grow? Assuming our lifestyle isn't perfect. Assuming there are things that we know that we want to change, things that we struggle with, things that are difficult for us. All right, I'm going to be very honest. I didn't intend on sharing this, but when I came out for my STF year, it's a year of STF. You're kind of doing full-on frontline mission work. That's fundraising, that's witnessing in different countries, it's meeting loads of people. And I had a lot of understanding about my own life at home because I didn't want to go home to the same life I had before, mainly because I could realize that it wasn't a life that I was proud of. It wasn't a life I was happy to share with anyone. Even for my future spouse, how could I bring my future wife into a world or into my own life that I myself can't even face properly every morning? I had a really big problem. Even to the day before I left for STF, I was playing video games a lot. Like, a lot. It came to the point where, I'm not joking, this is fully honest, I actually had, for my birthday that year, a gaming setup. I got a nice monitor, I got some nice headphones, I got like a controller and a nice armchair and a desk, a wireless dongle so I could always be online, so I could always be connected to the internet. And I got into like some shooting games and stuff. Brothers, you might know a bit more about this. And there were days when I would get up from my bed, take the 2 steps to my Xbox, turn it on, go to the bathroom, go downstairs, get some breakfast, come back and sit down. And that was 8 a.m. I didn't pray, I didn't do Hundake, maybe I did a half bow, and that was it, to the 2 parents' picture in my room. And lunch was, I pressed pause, I went downstairs, I made lunch, I came back and I sat down. Dinner was the same. I went to bed, not having done closing prayer properly, and I lied in that bed thinking, of course it was way late at night, Kieran was trying to sleep, and because we share a room, and the light was keeping him awake and he wasn't very happy, but I didn't care enough. I really didn't. I'm really sorry about that, and he knows it. But I didn't care because it was for me. I wanted to do it just for me. But it's not right, is it? I can't treat someone else like that, and I certainly can't treat myself like that. So when I came back from STF, I wanted to change that. I wanted to stop playing video games. I'd gone basically a year cold turkey without playing any real games. And when I came back, it was pretty tough. It was pretty hard. Like, I came back I knew I wanted to stop it, but I was self-justifying myself. Like, oh, I've done a year, I've been away from the game so long, I can play, right? I can play because, I've been gone so long. Playing video games is not necessarily a bad thing, but when it neglects other people or your own growth, it is. It's in the way, it's a blockage. And because I wanted to change this, I wanted to remove it, I had to go through, I had to try to learn not to self-justify these sort of things, and to really be honest with myself and try to change completely. Not just like a little bit, just completely get rid of it. And the way I did that was, I did go back to playing, which was a shame, because when I played, I felt sad. I felt guilty that I had done it. And it actually took me up until the winter workshop just now, that changed it, that helped me from completely stop it. In that prayer on the workshop, on the prayer night, I prayed so that I could change. And when I came back, I made a decision to completely stop. And not everyone in my family could actually accept that so well, because everyone plays video games in my house. Everyone plays video games in my house. Anytime there's someone playing, I know, I can hear it, I can feel it. And I had to sort of break myself away from that, which is tough, right? The entire environment's there. If you've never gone through this, maybe you don't understand fully, but I had to go through this. And it was tough, but I did it. And I feel, even though, no matter what my brothers say, no matter what anyone else says, oh, why aren't you playing games, man? Why aren't you? We were going through this game, and why don't we continue it? But, I know the reason I'm doing this is so that I feel content in myself. I feel proud of my own life. Because when I play, things get neglected. Not just people, but food. Even if I was cooking, this did happen. I was cooking, I was making meatballs and pasta sauce. The pasta sauce came from a jar, so it only takes like 5 minutes to heat up on the stove. I left it for 45 minutes, and I didn't realize the time, because I was playing a game. It wasn't even a serious game either. It was like a little online, just like something on the computer. Yeah. So, practical tips. Should I miss something? With this feeling of guilt and accusation, and when we overcome it, we can't just do it straight away. We know we're going to slip up. It's going to happen. Trust me, it will. Because we're not perfect. And God doesn't want you to be perfect, like, right now. He wants you to take it a step at a time, because then He knows that that's the way for you to continue growing. If you try and be perfect tomorrow, and you're not perfect, and then, what you're going to feel at the end of the day. Like, I tried, but it didn't really work out. I'm not saying don't try. I'm saying take it one step at a time. Okay, so with our own growth, two parents gave us 3 things that we really need in order to grow. One is the Word of God. So Hundake. Hundake, I recommend doing Hundake every day. I'm not saying it just because it's written down, but because I tried it. I tried it myself. I aim to do around at least 45 minutes of Hundake every day. And the only reason I haven't, try and do at least, that's what I do, at least 45 minutes Hundake every day. But what I'm saying is because it's not possible to do 45 minutes of Hundake or an hour of Hundake if you're not currently doing that much already. So I'm saying this is if you don't do it already. However much you can do. If you got 5 minutes, you got 5 minutes. If you got 10 minutes, you got 10 minutes. You got half an hour, if you can do it, got half an hour. It's half an hour, good Hundake. Start small and increase over time. Secondly, I already mentioned it, but prayer. I say pray every day. Effectively, in the ideal world, we wouldn't actually need to pray because we'd be always connected. That vertical connection would always be there between us and God. So, one of the best things that prayer can do, it can help us to understand anything. And I mean anything. If you want to understand how the spiritual world works, pray about it. If you want to understand more about your parents, pray about it. If you want to understand more about, this test you got coming soon, you want to know some of the topics to revise, pray about it. It's really weird. Some people, I've seen and heard some people say, like come to someone asking for advice, oh man, I really want some help with this, could you help me? I really like, some advice, what could I do in this situation? And they say, pray about it. And the guy goes, pray about it? That's all you can say? That's all you can say to help me? Just to pray about it? Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, all right. I'll pray about it. But isn't that a good thing, right? Instead of asking someone who kind of understands, you ask God who understands everything, like properly, and you get like a real perspective on this, right? So if you need to understand anything, just pray about it. Something small is better than nothing. If you can pray, even if you're praying, if you completely forgot to pray the entire morning, after you've woken up, gotten changed, and ready to go out the door, if you can pray on the way out the door, that's better than nothing. It is. Because these small steps make a difference. And the last is making conditions. I know a lot of people make conditions now. I'm hearing a lot more about some, especially brothers I'm hearing, about doing some conditions, like some cool running conditions, cold showers and stuff. It's pretty good. I'm talking, if you don't do conditions already, I can't say, go and do you can do 4 minutes cold shower. Go on, you can do it. Because cold showers are hard, they're tough. Trust me, I've been through it. So what I'm saying is what you can, good conditions to do are like bowel conditions, a certain number of bowels with a certain number of days, prayer condition, 7 minutes a day for a few days. But the simplest condition that I know or that I've ever done that's worked, given me real results, is this one. It's 3 minutes prayer, open the day, 3 minutes prayer, and when you close the day, you do 3 full bows. And that's it, for 3 days. That's all it takes to actually, having a sort of okay day to having some really good days. What it does, it kind of focuses your mind onto what you actually need to, what's more important in your day, right? It gives you the opportunity to see the things that God's trying to tell you and trying to teach you. And I did this most recently after after the winter workshop. That's when I last did it. And it helped me so much. It set me up. I was ready to continue my growth. And so that's the best condition I could do, and the one I recommend the most to start off with. So yeah, like I said, don't feel bad when we slip up. It's going to happen. But what we can do is we can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, go to God in prayer. Even if it's like something bad, of course, repent. If we just maybe not done the right thing, maybe not done enough, just say, God, sorry, I didn't do enough. But don't ever let it get to the point where you don't feel motivated to get up in the morning. if it gets that far, you're going to have some tough days. But I don't want to say this as though, bad days are coming. I'm saying, with these three things, we can make a difference. We can change. We can grow continually and grow every day. Because through these things, I've actually learned that you can feel God every day. You can feel the same high of the workshop every day. If you continue in this growth, you'll feel it every day. No matter what, no matter where, no matter when, every day. Also, God has given us another gift. It's actually it's a fourth, but I did say three. It's the conscience. Basically, this is what True Father says. God gave us the original mind, conscience, as a guide whereby we can distinguish between good and evil. Use it. So effectively, it's a compass that will always point to which it knows is good. So if you're in a situation, not sure exactly what to do, your conscience is always telling you. You just got to learn how to hear it. Well, actually, Father says anyone can hear that conscience speaking to them. So you always know that, the pangs of the conscience. Yeah, so we've been given tools that help us to grow, and so that I hope that we can all make good use of them. Okay. And with practice, just want to go back. With practice, these things become easy. Like, they don't feel like a chore. They feel as though you even want to do it. They feel like something that helps you so much that you can't go without it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's the end of my message, so please join me in prayer. Dearest, most beloved Heavenly Parents, and your parents, earth, humankind, I want to thank you for this beautiful day we've been able to have. I pray that, as a result of this message, we can all reflect on our own lives so far. We can, reflect on the things we may have not done right, but we can also know that there's hope. We can have hope to continue to grow. I pray as a result of this that we can have the determination, the drive to really make change in our own lives, to make change in our lifestyle. And I pray that, even if we do make mistakes, we can come to you. We can come to you and really repent of our things we've done wrong, really rid ourselves of this guilt feeling, and really not listen to accusations. Also pray that, in future workshops we can have the right attitude when we go in, so that on the way out we can keep the momentum, we can keep the drive, and I pray that it can really help us to change and grow. I pray this on behalf of all my brothers and sisters here, in my and Jordan Hoyt, of the Hoyt family, Central Best family. Arju.
Okay, let's... Okay, let's have a moment of reflection. Thank you, Jonathan. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you. Now I would like to invite the band for offering song. Please rise.
Sunlight beaming forth in me from the fatherland, brings tidings of the new world to families in the field. Let us hasten to send the news all throughout the world. Freedom's glory spreading forever, the hope of joy and peace. Dawn golden dawn throughout the shining fatherland, tells the tidings of the rising sun that brings us life. Harvest quickly when of the fields, hasten to harvest now. Crops are ripened and ready to bring into the heavenly barn. Saints and angels and heavenly hosts gather to speed as high. Oh, will shine a harvest of joy and the banquet of our Lord. Dawn golden dawn throughout the shining fatherland, tells the tidings of the rising sun that brings us life. When the world of 6,000 years are gone from the Father's heart, sons and daughters shall live with great joy, power to bear the soul. Saints and sages and men of good faith, always before this day. Loyal men of hope and fidelity, and to see this day. Dawn golden dawn throughout the shining fatherland, tells the tidings of the rising sun that brings us round. Dawn golden dawn throughout the shining fatherland, tells the tidings of the rising sun that brings us life.
Please join in prayer. Dearest most beloved Heavenly Parents, parents of heaven, every humankind, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us all to come here today and witness such a beautiful sermon by my brother. Thank you for allowing us all to be here to offer tithing of whatever amount we have in our pockets or in our hands to you today to help build towards your dream and your providence. I pray for that this offering can be used for your services in your will, and that it can help ourselves and help our hearts to grow and to become more considerate about money and the world, of course.
I'd like to pray that we can continue to tithe and to give money, for it's very important, and not just for the world, but for ourselves internally, to get rid of this materialistic thinking, before we can become people that can think more spiritualistic and less materialistic. I'd like to offer this offering to you on behalf of everyone here, in my name, Kid, my family, Central family, RG.
I'd like to thank the band.
Yeah.